So get this, you know how much I love a good puzzle, right? Well, I took that love to another level today by throwing myself into a virtual escape room. Yeah, you heard me right. A VR escape room centered around this mind-blowing cybernetic mystery plot. Okay, imagine this. The codes, the digital locks, the immersive reality, the tension building, me feeling like some, I don't know, digital Lara Croft or something. It was a first for me, and let me tell you, nothing beats the adrenaline rush that comes with solving an intricate puzzle in a race against time, and that too, in a completely simulated environment. I definitely have to take you there. Remember Martin, the guy I met from the gaming community the other day? He was there as well, and trust me, we were both thoroughly shaken by the whole experience. He's not easily impressed, but by the end, he was gushing about how real and immersive everything felt. Thought that was worth mentioning. Oh, and guess what? Nina finally squashed her bug. Code's running like a dream now. I swear she's turning into a coding ninja now. We ended up joking around about me designing a VR space exploration game, and everyone happily signed up for the hypothetical mission. Hilarious, right? But the more I think about it, the more I feel like that might just be a crazy, successful idea. I mean, you know how much I adore working in VR. It's like a whole new creative playground. I mean, wouldn't it be wild if Amy's Space Odyssey became the latest VR sensation? I'm already thinking of Easter eggs I can hide in an asteroid belt, or a secret alien race you can discover if you navigate through a wormhole. I can't even pen down all these ideas flooding my mind right now. I swear my imagination's on overdrive right now. Oh, and Eric chimed in, all ready to add TurboTech widgets into the game already. Trust him to think about work at any given chance. But anyway, isn't it hilarious how we all end up concocting such crazy ideas in our conversations? But hey, now that I think about it, it's not such a bad idea, right? I mean, crazy ideas are usually the ones that turn out to be wildly successful. But to be fair, you should probably take this with a grain of salt coming from the woman who just spent the last few minutes raving about a virtual escape room. Anyways, I've got to dive back into some 3D modeling work now. Got a bunch of assets that need tweaking. You know, everyone's always raving about how you need to go see the Louvre, and today I finally did. Well, I got to experience it all, but in VR. Confused? Let me explain. Remember Amelia, the 3D artist I often hang out with in the digital world? Today, we rambled through the virtual halls of the Louvre Museum. Yeah, VR has made it possible for us to take strolls through one of the best art galleries in the world, and trust me, it was nothing short of amazing. The best part? I didn't have to leave my apartment or deal with the New York weather, so win-win. I seriously can't explain how it feels to walk through a room full of Renaissance art, but imagine being present, virtually, amidst such masterpieces. It felt so surreal. I wish I could have brought you with me, but we could definitely do a virtual tour together next time. Now that's a plan, isn't it? I mean, who could have ever thought that one day we'd be able to tour renowned museums from the comfort of our own homes? Tech never ceases to amaze. It's like the whole world's becoming overshadowed by these lifelike virtual experiences. Speaking of tech adventures, I was chatting about this with Nina and Eric today. Naturally, Eric sees a business opportunity in everything. He suggested we incorporate VR in our TurboTech meetings. Imagine us having virtual boardroom meetings. Wouldn't that be wild? It's funny how our tech talks always end up circling back to creating something cool, as if our professions weren't enough for us. Well, it's never dull with them, that's for sure. Even our chat group feels like brainstorming sessions sometimes. You know, every time I explore these new technological wonders, I realize the scope of it is so immense. I mean, from games to art to education, there are endless possibilities with VR. Suddenly, that crazy idea about designing a VR space exploration game doesn't seem so crazy anymore, does it? Oh well, grand ideas and meandering thoughts aside, I still got a lot of work to catch up on. There's this one 3D model of an underwater landscape that is giving me a hard time, and it's got a deadline with it. So I'd better get back to it before it drowns me in. So, I had another one of those eureka moments today. You know, when the ideas just come flooding in like Niagara Falls? Yeah, I've been working on a kick-ass VR project. I decided to create an entire landscape. Not just any boring mountains and rivers, but a world filled with luminescent flora and wildlife. It's like stepping inside a fantasy novel, or let's say Amy's Luminescent Land. Sounds right up my alley, doesn't it? And the best part? Everything glows, so even when you're exploring during the virtual nighttime, the whole place still lights up like a Christmas tree. Oh, and I ran the idea by Nina and Eric. They were blown away, saying things like, I'm casting spells with a 3D wand and whatnot. It's completely made my day. And of course, Eric, being the typical techie, already started brainstorming about how we could integrate the landscape with TurboTech. Can you imagine the virtual boardroom sparkling with fluorescent plants and luminescent critters prancing around? Yeah, I don't know how that's going to play out with the corporate folks, but hey, worth a shot. And Nina's in too, she can handle the coding side of things. We're like the ultimate tech squad, I swear. Lily was super impressed with the idea too. She was there, watching the entire design process on my Twitch stream. By the way, did I mention my Twitch channel? Yeah. So, all these ideas come to life there and people can watch me tinker and experiment with 3D landscapes and all. Have you checked it out yet? Now I'm picturing an intergalactic boardroom, floating high above alien planets while we discuss TurboTech's quarterly results. You know me. Once my imagination gets going, there's no stopping it. But let's keep that idea just between us for now, okay? I don't want Eric to get any more crazy ideas about work. The racing game that Nina brought up might help me unwind a bit. Just waiting to hit the virtual track and wipe the smug expression off her avatar's face. And of course, all these ideas suddenly appear when there's a big pile of 3D assets that need to be finished on the side. The work never ends, does it?